To start with subtitles. Screen language. English will confirm. This is supposed to be some sort of like surrealistic, odd thing. Decision driven. Yeah. I've had a couple of drinks tonight and it's weird. So, till the computer is barely. Whatever. We're good. Current time. It's not quite 12 a.m. It's 11. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't think I'll need any of those. So we'll see how long this lasts based on my experience. Okay. Settings. General. Gameplay. Field of view. Invert Y. I'm pretty sure I want to do that, but it doesn't seem to. On. We'll show subtitles for now. Okay. All right, let's hope that. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. That's. The fact that I can't keep reading everything down there is fine because it's just a repeating. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named
I'm not going to skip this.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-walking, Stanley watched every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
There are days that I long for this type of simplicity.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
How old is this fucking desk that it's got that many gouges in it? Can we take stuff? There are no... Oh. L1 ducks. L1 and L2 both duck. Oh, wait. Can I... The X seems to do something, but... Nice. Ah, Shredder's Revenge. That's, it's like the old arcade game, right? I don't know what my X button is actually doing except making a clicking noise. Fine. If it's not going to actually tell me what it's doing. And Fiddlehead, that's going to be a local thing because people have no idea what those swamp weeds are. Why is it making a keyboard clicking noise when I'm clearly looking at it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to go to a meeting room. I want to smash that I Hate Mondays mug.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Fine, where's the meeting room? Since I can't seem to interact with anything else. Where's the fucking meeting room? I guess it's the open doors. Picture of a leaf. Okay. Yeah, because it's springtime that they actually are harvested, right?
When
I didn't
Stanley
like
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I? Fuck you, narrator.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Or maybe I want to buck the system because I don't want you telling me what to do. Never been a big fan of the taste of fiddleheads, but I can imagine that they're good in a beer because it's going to be a different flavor that you've never had before. Like people making dandelion wine. See, why is it making the keyboard clicking noise?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, I've been drinking. I'm wrong.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Apparently I can't interact with anything, so...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nice. The Harpoon IPA is pretty damn solid. Pretty much anything from Harpoon is pretty solid. First open door on his left. Do I go with the narrative? You know what? I'm already bucking the system. I'm just gonna keep fucking this guy over. Fuck you, narrator.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yep. You're not wrong. Is that a beer keg? No, it's just a crappy bucket. I'm in a warehouse space now. Or a loading dock. Nice. This is corporate America. The Stanley Parable. I've heard it's like slightly surrealistic and decision driven more than an action game, so it's one of those narrative things like Road 66, I think. That was kind of interesting, but warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty from jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. So are they gonna fucking bill my descendants? See, what I don't get is that I don't have any controls that let me do anything other than duck right now. None of these other buttons is doing anything. I can duck and I can click X, which apparently lets me open and close doors and then make keyboard clicking noises. But since I'm not ready to just jump off of this yet, oh, well, I guess I don't have another option because I can't jump here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I
It's someone
acknowledge
you've been
that,
neglecting,
but
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
you?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Shit. Now there's somebody else involved.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is she? And are you gonna tell me where I need to go to do whatever the fuck it takes to help her out? Because now that you've introduced another party, you've put me in a moral quandary, which, again, is kind of what I expected from this game, is the narrative-driven, surreal, choice-based thing.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Well, I don't really have a fucking choice here, do I? Okay, and now I got nothing. Oh. Something's gonna happen.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your dude.
Gotcha. Oh,
Motherfucker.
come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Fuck you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Motherfucker. Ugh.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, so I'm already dead. So I guess it doesn't matter what the fuck I do. Press left on my controller. Well, what if I don't? Well, I guess I don't have another option.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
God damn it. Damn you. Ah! Oh, I fucking hate this already. I don't even know why. I'm just push the button we tell you to.
Look at him
Fuck
now,
you.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Condescending
Pushing
motherfucker.
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now He's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh, you fucking shithead. Oh, I fucking hate this fucking game already. Oh!
In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk,
Not here,
Stanley
apparently.
dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic.
So did Walter
discoveries
Mitty, and he was a
of
fucking
lands.
douchebag.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, I hate you assholes. I hate whoever made this fucking game, but here I am.
His own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
It is insane. I'm thinking there's more to it, and that's the thing. I fucking hate this whole locked in, do what we tell you bullshit, and the fact that they keep pulling you back in, but at the same time, I'm like, there's got to be more to this, so... Yeah, that's what I hear. It's got a lot of critical acclaim. I'm 5 Jack and Cokes in. So this is already... It's messing with me and pissing me off at the same time, but I am intrigued. And I fucking hate myself for being so intrigued.
So he went
It's
further.
mindless
He
shit.
imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he
I
could go
imagined
through
that, huh?
At last, choice. It
Except the
barely
last time you gave me a
mattered what
fucking
he
choice, it wasn't a
did.
choice, you
The mere
fuckhead.
thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh, you fucking motherfucker. Oh, there's no other...
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
No!
he began to
Back
fill
in
with
the
many
office.
possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Oh, boy.
And down another was
Like
a
the
yellow line
Matrix.
that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, look, we just self-referenced the game. Tell my kids a story. Just a couple of minutes so far tonight. 18 minutes. My God, the fucking living room that you can't, the kitchen that you can't escape just became part of your office. With your fake mannequin bitch wife, apparently, and now kids that don't exist, and I have to tell them a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy.
Just for the record, they're weak Jack and Cokes.
Again, and then again, and again,
And again,
over
that
over
much
again.
whiskey.
That it would never end. That he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path. Mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, you motherfucker. I don't want to tell. Please. Well, you're not. Any of the buttons are working. Let me out. I don't want this. Fuck. Oh. I got distracted. The shadow looked like the door was open. Fine.
But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested
Back.
he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh. X is the only button that has done anything other than the duck button. Oh. Oh, God. I'm starting to think there is no actual game here. It's just a narrative that I'm going to keep having to follow.
And I'm trying to tell him this. that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
That's
He
life.
won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press down to be at work in the morning. Dude, I don't think perception altering substances have anything to do with it. See, here's the thing. I am fucking bound and determined not to push that button because the voice told me that I have to. But I know in the back of my mind, from my experience so far with this game, and the fact that none of the other buttons are doing anything, that I'm gonna push that fucking button eventually just to move the narrative forward. Because I bet that nothing else will. And I'm gonna fucking hate myself for doing it. I'm glad the game is just tripping you out though, because it's pissing me off. To be at work in the morning. I'm already at work. Can I pull the plug on this shit? I can't do anything. Oh, God. Here I go. I'm gonna push the... My finger is on the button. Push the button. Okay, I can't do the voices, but you know what I'm getting at. It's the stupid fucking galvanized song from Chemical Brothers that has been turned into a Dr. Robotnik dance routine for my finger is on the button. Push the button. Oh. Fuck. I don't want to do it. I don't because they told me to, but I'm gonna fucking do it. Because I want to keep going forward. And this motherfucker is going to berate me for being weak-willed enough to do it, isn't he? Comes that British voice saying Stanley realized he had no choice but to push the button.
You see?
Oh, fuck you!
How can I tell you that I understand every second he remains here?
Oh!
He's ready to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Fucking see myself and I'm fucking pissed. Oh, God, this is fucking... Please press the square to question nothing. Oh, you... It's so fucking awful. I hate this.
Suppose I can't. I supplicate my entire purpose.
The same as him. Oh, fuck you.
I'll try once more to convey these to it. Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. And I tried.
Please.
And I tried again. And still pushed the button. And I tried.
Wow. If I just play along from the beginning, is that going to make it better? I don't... Ah! If I just play along, is that going to make it better? Or... somehow alter the outcome.
All of his goodness gone. What could it be? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he'd simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
G814F1. G814F1. That's... Who farted? Oh, wait. That's... shit. Down. I like where you just hate my boss. Okay.
Stanley went around every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Fuck you. This narrator is... Who's G8148 going? Or does it mean nothing because... shipping label on that. Waiting input. Can I touch the keyboard here? Input received. Okay, that's something. Fuck! I hate Mondays. Okay, Garfield. Thanks.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Something tells me that conforming is not going to be rewarded, but
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What's wrong with that? R.I.P. Frost. Somehow the fucking slideshow is moving forward. Alright, something tells me a bunch of this shit is going to be important, maybe. But I could just be fucking fooling myself into thinking that it's important, because that's how I play games. Everything is important until you decide, until you know for sure that it isn't. So I wind up wasting hours on Resident Evil games because I don't want to miss anything. But as much as I'm being overly critical, something tells me that the secret to this game is in the narrative. TPS. Yeah. How about a jump to conclusions map for this one? Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... Where's my... Something tells me today's agenda and reflect. Okay. Monetize free to play. Oh, fuck. Mitosis. Wow. Okay. Corporate America, thank you. Booyah! Nice. Blue. I have to remember blue and bevels. Yeah, okay. That one, fine. Whatever. Slides. Okay. Matt. I could probably come up with 10. I like my current boss, honestly. So I could probably come up with 10. I don't know about 20. All right. I don't think I have 20 things I like about myself, though. So, okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's somebody named Chris who should be in here, right? Can I pick any of this stuff up?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
I mean,
No reason
fucking
to
empty
stay
asshole.
here.
There's a monkey wrench, wire, tape, duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing
What
anything.
that is.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yes, fuck all. We get it. Thank you. Could you just say fuck
Are you
all?
really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because the fact that you're trying to talk me out of it makes me believe even stronger that there is
You
something
realize there's
here.
no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Oh, I am.
To you, this is somehow its own branching path.
Fuck you.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Condescending motherfucker.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, I am obstinately doing the opposite of what it tells me to do. And the first open door seems too obvious. So I'm gonna... I can't zoom in to read that. And I bet there's nothing.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Yeah,
he
that I
went?
was
And
questioning.
for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
And here's the repeating
I'm dreaming
room.
about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Hate this fucking
He felt
guy.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh
Yeah,
air
I'm going
of the
to
world
at some
inside
point
this
tonight.
one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife,
No.
and my job. All I want is my life exactly
Because I
the
don't
way
think
it's
that's
always
real.
been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Well, we're back in the wire room, not the original room.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I'm not quite that crazed yet.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
Stanley?
who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call
Because that's
an
the same
ambulance,
garage I
for
was
just
just
a few
in.
brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
The
very
meeting.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
God. And here I am. I'm going to be Stanley again, aren't I? Oh, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
You know,
it mean?
fuck you all.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at
right,
following
motherfucker.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You know what? Screw you. Find me.
But in his
Bitch.
eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, you condescending prick. I fucking hate you even more now. Oh, fuck you. Oh. And yet at the back of my mind, I'm like, this is exactly what they expected me to do the second time around. Maybe. I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do
Stanley
exactly
decided to
what
go
you
to the
told me
meeting
to
room.
do now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I fucking hate myself for doing this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, where's the boss's office? Because
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
oh god, I hate myself for doing this. Well, let's check out the bathroom on the way. Green hand soap, lovely. Executive extreme bathrooms and time magazine. Boss's office? No. Am I bucking the system or am I doing what they want me to do now? God damn it. Going into my boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, but...
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I fucking hate you. For dictating my actions, but at the same time,
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
oh goody.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I didn't. Because I don't want to be mind controlled.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on
Escape.
it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Better that than mind control.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes, because the other path is a mind control facility. And here I go dying.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But not really.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Fuck
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay. Okay, the two doors. Wow. This entire fucking game is a giant mindfuck. Okay, well that means, well, doesn't seem to mean anything yet. Alright, whatever. Okay, there's the credits. The office. Huh.
Stanley pushed the number 6.
Stanley stood on the roof.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever. Then he pushed the number 4.
Roof number
Stanley
4.
stood on the snow.
Huh.
Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door. Finally, he pushed the number 6.
Now look
closely, Stanley.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. Well, in that case, it's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively rather than the most fundamental understanding of good and bad. I know you put in a lot of hard work, but of course, really paid off, so you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy. Stanley, where are you right now? Where am I? I'm trying to figure out, but I can't. Stanley, who am I? Can you speak to me? Please talk. Have we done this before? Have we been in this room before? How many times have we done this? How many times have I said these exact words? Say something. Anything. Help me, Stanley. I don't know who or what I... Stanley, help. Go.
Yeah, trippy. 100%. $48, 72, 38. Does this mean anything? probably some meaning to that at some point. Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's a reference to some other internet comic. Ooh.
Stanley pushed the big red button.
I feel like I'm trapped now. Give me the red one. Maybe. But I think I went through the exit before and it just brought me back into a loop. But I'm going to take a look at it in a second. Stanley pushed the big red button. The red button didn't do jack shit apparently. Yeah.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Fuck.
Can
Another
you see,
death.
Can you
I'm
see
guessing.
how much they need one another?
Hmm?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop.
I'm turning it off.
Your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I hit the power button. And it did jack. Maybe. But maybe it actually did something too.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well, turning off the computers makes a difference, right?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Fuck you, man. I hate that narrator. This feels different. I don't think I've been in a hallway with those windows on the right yet.
When Stanley came
Or I
to
just
a set
didn't
of two
fucking
open
notice
doors,
because-
he entered the door on his left.
Seriously, just
This was
bound
not the direct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want to turn off that screen.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew It was something deeper, something darker. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I've been in the maintenance section yet. I pushed the big red button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Well, the narrator's a little off balance. That makes me feel better. If he's saying left. Where else I can go? Apparently not.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh! You're flustered.
No,
I like that.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Guess there's no other way to go.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Fuck.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
Yeah, G814 F1. Partition.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
11:20.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
This is different.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I can't get over those chairs because I don't have actions to jump.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
You motherfucker. Still 11:20. That's like rattling the door.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That's
What could it be?
different.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not even letting me rattle the doors anymore. That's new. Wonder what that means, if anything.
Okay, yeah, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Why don't I make sure that we didn't miss anything in this room?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
This is all, excuse me, completely new. The blue rooms and everything.
Wait, never mind. Not the story.
You
Okay,
motherfucker.
let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, you asshole. Don't get me wrong, I am getting royally pissed off, but I'm also understanding how this game got so much attention because it's completely fucked. But I can't put it down.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
You son of a bitch.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
All right. We need a refill. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to go pee, refill my drink, and I think I'm going to try this quit because they hinted that there's an ending there, and we'll see what happens. Alright, we're going to give this a try. And I'm going to freely admit that a big part of what I'm doing is obstinately defying the narrator because I fucking hate that asshole already. I'm going to... Let's see what happens here. I really hope that I'm not starting all over again.
This is the story of him.
Fuck. Shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah, they do. God damn it. I hope... Apparently I gotta redo everything I did before because... it doesn't save? What the fuck? I feel like every time it restarts, it should have fucking saved, not...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind curtains, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly know this. Stanley passed around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. And then he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What bothers me, honestly, is the fact that I shouldn't be. I feel like I'm replaying something. I already did, which it seems like I am, and that it does not fucking care that I've already done this path. Should have pushed the up button. You know what? I've been here. Shit. You know what? Let's go up. And then up again.
Whoops. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly idea. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Well, this is not the boss's office. Can we go up again? No. Well,
Whereas before you got onto the elevator, it's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the part of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. Decisive, rapid fire. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
you motherfucker.
Now he's down back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all this?
Hate you.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, last time I went left, so let's just go this way. Fuck. This just feels...
The lights rose from an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is fucking Cerebro. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped enough. Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Can't go backwards.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire
I'm controlling the
life
motherfucker, so I guess it's
blind to the
possible.
world? And here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Gee, look at those colors. It's almost like the fucking Disney movie. Disney Pixar, whatever. I don't know if anything I did in the other room made any difference at all, but...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. Black screen, no resolution. Maybe.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Probably not, the way this goes.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And and that was all he needed to know.
What can any of
It
us
was
ask?
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It still doesn't feel real. This looks fake.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. I'll take that. Happiness is fine. Ooh! A ding. Beat the game. I beat the game. And I got my first trophy. So that tells me that we are not even close to exploring all of the options in this surreal mindfuck of a game, though. So. Here we are. Alright, here's the thing. It is 1:41 in the morning. I've been playing this for almost 2 hours. Just taking a quick look. What? Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Okay, I know you guys can only see my microphone, but what I'm going to do real quick here, just because I basically reset my system time for over 10 years from now, so I should be getting a trophy, right? Okay, that's bullshit. Hang on. Give me a second. Yeah, 1/11/2058. Really? Okay, quit the menu. I mean, there's no way to actually, like, legitimately, without lying, go 10 years without playing the fucking game. So you've got to manipulate your time and date settings in the menu of the fucking system, which, whatever. I'm not proud of that, but even apparently that doesn't fucking...
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble
You
cause.
fucking
Perhaps
asshole.
50 clicks will do. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Motherfucker. Oh.
Now, back to door number 437.
You fucking prick. I hate this narrator.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh, I can't climb. You can't climb. Oh.
Yes, this is
There we
great.
go.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Wait. Shit.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Fuck you. Oh, I hate this fucking narrator. Alright, hang on. Don't play a Stanley Parable for 10 years. That's... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to quit the game. Close it out. Then we're going to change it for 10 years and then come back in.